Hey guys, Jarek here, and I'm going to be trying a little bit different of an editing style for the first person Airsoft videos. I'm going to be adding some commentary. Now I'm going to be talking as little as possible because I think extra noise and extra talking and extra music in the background just kind of takes away from the whole fighting experience. You can't hear what's going on around you that much. Granted, GoPros do not have the world's best mics, and in general it just takes you out of the moment of the battle going on around you. However, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and if you've ever been to the Pacific Northwest, you know how thick and dense the forest can get. So every once in a while when you're recording with a GoPro, it just kind of looks like some random guy shooting off at the middle of nothing out in the forest. So I'm going to be adding a few bits of commentary just to kind of try to help you figure out what's actually going on. More often than not, in this environment, the sounds are going to give you away more than anything else. It's a subtropical forest, it's incredibly dense. Trying to make your way through all this brush without moving anything or without stepping on a branch and making a loud snap is just really hard. You could be wearing bright pink, and if you're not moving, people won't see you. Now, if you're within eyesight and you move a little bit, you'll see movement, but you won't really see the person. So at this point, camo almost doesn't mean anything. Anyway, onto the video, what was actually going on. So the first few pot shots I took at the beginning of the video was at a fort with about 10 or 15 people inside of it on the enemy team. My team and the enemy team had been shooting back and forth for almost the whole game, really getting absolutely nothing done. No one was advancing, no one was really doing anything, so I decided I'm going to take two other guys and try to go around and flank them. This required us basically marching up the middle of the field. There was another fight happening about 200 meters to our left, where the enemy team was attacking a fort on top of a ridge.
It's also, once you step out from right here, it's wide open. There's a ridge there that they can see.
What we could do, no. We can move in right over here. Hey. Dead men don't talk. Huh? I think. Right here. The black outcropping, see it?
See.
I think it's that.
This movement. Right where I'm shooting now. Got one of them.
Where?
Right in the opening, right in the path. He's in the bushes to the left.
Huh? What? Nope. Did I hit someone?
Yeah, I think you got someone there. That was just pot shots.
Yeah. Now we would do a couple more for good order.
After the unexpected altercation, we decided to keep going the direction we were going. There didn't seem to be too many enemies in that direction. There was just a few stragglers that came over from the left side to try to flank their enemy and just ran into us. Now I'm fast forwarding through the path and editing a lot of it out. It took quite a few minutes to actually get out and around the whole entire fort, and the only reason I'm really leaving it in here is because it kind of shows how dense the area we're in is and how hard it is to actually be stealthy. Assuming your enemies aren't entirely brain dead, but most airsofters aren't exactly the most aware of what's going on around them. Now something to keep in mind is that by going around and flanking them, we're actually attacking from the direction of their spawn, so they're really not expecting anyone to come from that direction. On top of that, they're still preoccupied with my other teammates. As I said before, they were just shooting back and forth and getting absolutely nothing done, so I took it upon my own hands along with a few other teammates to go around and flank them.
Oh, nice. Stuff it into the mud.
Yeah, I found it.
There's the fort. We go this way, we have a wide open path, and we're in the wide open. But we're behind them and they're not expecting it. Well, no one's looking, so let's go. one guy at the entrance of the fort. See his boonie? He's wearing a boonie. Right entrance.
So we finally walked all the way around the fort, and we're behind it right now. And it was pretty hard to sneak up on this fort because if you walked around through the brush, you were being pretty loud. And if you walked right through the middle of the open, there was a giant patch of sunlight, and you could not be any more visible there. They only had one person on lookout behind them though, and he really wasn't looking our direction, so I decided let's walk up and try to sneak up on him. I'd also like to apologize real quickly for what my GoPro did. I was in a dark space in a shadow, and it interpreted the light in front of me on the fort as the fucking sun itself, so everything in front of me is actually completely white at this certain spot. But keep in mind, the fort is only about 20 feet away, and as I'm walking up, you can actually see the fort and a few people moving around inside of it. Now I paused the video right here real quick to explain what happened in this situation, because this is the pivotal moment of this firefight. My two teammates are still kind of standing 5 or 10 feet behind me in the open when the enemy lookout actually spotted them and asked, "What team are you guys on?" In response to this question, we all just kind of looked at each other and pointed guns at each other for a solid 5 to 10 seconds. This small moment felt like an eternity before I eventually just said fuck it and loaded up into their lookout, which then immediately they lit up my two other teammates, leaving me alone to fight 10 to 15 more guys. Fortunately though, since we came out of the forest, they had no idea how many were actually attacking them, and they didn't just rush and assault me.
Good run. Hit! Hit.